Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Caleb Bass and I'm going to be your host. Today we're going to go over to how to create an estimate in QuickBooks Online. Why is this important? Well, this is important because if you're on a job site and you want to quote out a project or you're looking to quote out a product, a service, you're going to want to get that over to your client. They're going to know what the price is behind that. And if they accept it, you can go ahead and create an invoice, shoot over to them, or just keep it in your books so you know exactly how much you're going to charge that client, and you can also go in and re-edit and stuff like that for your convenience later down the road. If you're going to use progress invoicing as a contractor, or if you're in construction doing jobs over long periods of time, you can also create that progress invoice through an already existing estimate. So there's a lot of good stuff you're going to learn today. Let's jump right in. Hey guys, so first things first with creating an estimate in QuickBooks Online, make sure you're logged in, as always. Never going to stop saying that because you wouldn't believe it. Second thing is, let's go over to the sales tab here. Let's go down to estimates. Boom. We're going to go to create an estimate. I do want to go through how to customize your estimate template because they give you a standard. So if you go down here to this button, and there's a few ways to get to this, but if you go down to this button, you see your standard style. That's kind of your QuickBooks default, but you can do a new style. It is going to make you leave the page. It'll give you a confirmation. You're going to go here, and it's kind of like updating your invoice template. You can change the name here. So final estimate, so you can distinguish. You're going to have the same tabs at the top, that design, content, emails tabs. You can change up the template here, do like bold, friendly. I always like the bold the most. You got that logo, everything looks pretty centered, and you have the color scheme background, which is nice. You can make logo edits here. You can do the color scheme. Let's go like orange, pink, black, stuff like that. Select your font, Times New Roman. You can change the font size, all this jazz, and of course you can edit the margins. You can use the letterhead, and then go over to content. Just like the invoice editing, you could do the pencil tabs, which will walk you through like changing your business name, putting in there at all. Same with phone number, email, address, website. You have your form names, so you can call it an estimate, you can call it a quote, whatever you want. Keep your form numbers on there. You could do custom transaction numbers, shipping, expiration date, and you can manage your custom fields, so you can add some more stuff if you'd like. And then I'm going to go over to the emails tab, and you could do full details. You could just summarize it if you want the full details. It's going to give you a full breakdown on the pricing, whereas summarize is just going to be a little shorter for them if you're sending that through an email. You can change your subject line. You can go, your greeting can be very formal with a dear or a to. You can do full name, company name, first name, display name, whatever your client list is flushed out as, it's going to show up here. And then you can add a message as well, and you can preview it. So you can see that if you got this email to you, it look like this with, product names, descriptions, amounts, totals, stuff like that. And then you can download it or print it. I wanted to run through that really, really fast just because I already got more in depth with it on the invoicing template changes on the progress invoicing video. And it's kind of nice to know if you want to change it up a little bit because the standard is kind of boring. But we're going to go back into create estimate here. You have the customer, just like invoicing at the top here. You can show what the estimate status is. So most of them are going to be pending when you first create them, but you can also do, choose accepted, closed, rejected, whatever. This status will update as your client views it as well. And if you create an invoice from an already existing estimate, this will change automatically. You can send it now, later. You have your billing address, which is auto-populated based off your client list. You have an estimate date, expiration date of the estimate. So if you want this guy to go away in 30 days, you could click that. You can do your product services. Right, concrete. You just do 100, right? Then you can do a message displayed on the estimate, discount percentage or value. So you can do like 10%, $17. You got to get your sales tax in there because we're doing concrete. One of these boxes is clicked. This is all pretty similar to invoicing. The only difference is it's not something that you're billing out to your client. It's just something they're reviewing to see if they want to acquire your product or services. But yeah, you have your tax, your amount, your rates, your quantities here. Product descriptions are going to be fleshed out based off your product and service list, same as actually selecting a product or service here. All this is already fleshed out in the product or service list, which I will go through in another video. It gets pretty extensive based off your industry, but there's some really cool things you can do in there. And if you want to attach like any type of letter or anything that your client needs to see in the estimate, you can do that here. And you can also make the estimate recurring. There's only a few cases where you might need to do this. A lot of people just build out estimates for projects, one-time works. If you're gonna make it recurring, it has the same type of functionality as if an invoice was gonna be recurring. You can choose the interval, you can make the template name, you can schedule it out, choose your customer, make sure your email is in there correct so it gets emailed out to the right person, and or that your billing address is right. If you wanna mail an estimate out to a client, you can do that. And then you can update the product and services stuff just like the previous page. We're gonna hit cancel. Then from here, you can just go save and close, save and send, or save and new if you want to make multiple estimates. Saving and sending is literally going to just bring up a send email page like this, showing your subject name, your body name. So you can say like, please review the estimate, feel free to contact us if the pricing isn't good, or whatever you want to say in there. And it's going to send to the email based off what was populated in the customer, in your customer list. And then you can also preview it here so you can see what they're seeing. If they want to download or print this out, they can. So we're not going to send it because this is a sample company, but boom, we're going to save and close it. And that's pretty much it. Now you can see it in here. It's pending. You see the date, you see the number, you see the customer, you see the amount. You can edit it again. You could resend it if you want to. You can update the status manually. You could share an estimate link, duplicate it, mark as accepted, whatever you want to do, right? And that's basically the extent of creating and sending an estimate, and even customizing a template in QuickBooks Online. So happy estimating, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. All right, now you know how to create an estimate in QuickBooks Online. So if you ever need to shoot over some pricing to your client for a product or service, you'll know how to. And if you decide to do progress invoicing because you're a contractor or you're in construction, you'll know how to create that progress invoice directly from an estimate that's already existing inside your QuickBooks Online. Go check out our progress invoicing video if you have any more questions about that. And as always, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. Until next time, guys.